A hotel room in Sydney rented for $334 a night on average in 2025. The room cost is on average $70. Sydney is the most profitable hotel market in Australia, but it is also one of the most expensive cities in the world to own a hotel in. So let's say if you were to own a hotel in Sydney, how will your numbers look like? Labor is the largest expense in hotel operations, and Sydney is not cheap labor. Industry-wide, labor cost margins sit around 34% of revenue, so that's a lot. And Sydney adds its own pressure on top of the national trend. You see, hospitality workers here have legally mandated minimum pay rates with extra pay required for weekends and public holidays, on top of an already tight labor market. Then there is the layer of cost that you will always pay. Land tax and council rates in Sydney are tied to land value, and Sydney CBD land value is among the highest in the country. A hotel sitting on prime real estate near Circle Quay or Darling Harbour is extremely high. Then comes insurance. A hotel of any real size in Sydney is insuring a building worth tens of millions of dollars, plus public liability, plus business interruption cover. Utilities sit in the same bucket. Air conditioning running across 200 rooms, commercial kitchens, laundry facilities, common areas lit and heated around the clock. None of this scales down neatly just because occupancy dips in a slow month. Most hotels are not owned outright. They are leveraged, often heavily because hotel real estate is capital intensive and lenders treat it as a real estate asset first and an operating business second. On a Sydney hotel asset that might be valued at $80 to $150 million depending on size and location, debt service at current interest rates can consume a substantial share of that gross operating profit before the owner sees a cent. Then you have to add a capital reserve for renovation, and hotel rooms typically need a soft refurbishment every 5 to 7 years and a full renovation every 12 to 15. And that reserve alone might be 3 to 5% of revenue set aside every year, and that's money the owner never gets to keep. A hotel can be the best performing asset in the country on occupancy and rate, the way Sydney has been for the past 2 years running, and the owner can still be looking at a net return in the single digits once debt, depreciation, and capital reserves are accounted for. It is also why offshore capital made up to 78% of hotel transaction volume in Australia in 2025. Large institutional buyers can absorb leverage and time horizons that a small independent owner cannot. The economics of Sydney hotel ownership increasingly favor scale. The same forces constraining new supply like construction costs, land values, financing conditions are the forces driving up the cost of running and maintaining the hotels that already exist. The building materials that make new supply expensive to build are the same materials that make renovating an existing property expensive to maintain. So, will you buy a hotel in Sydney?